brown butter Oreo overload, but make it a celebration cake. We started with a golden butter recipe cake mix from a box and turned it into this massive centerpiece that has more Oreos in it than should be legally allowed. Let me show you what we did. Well, my daughter's birthday is Monday, and so we are making a birthday cake. And tonight we are going to do another elevated box cake. I can't wait. I've never made this before. I've been toying with it for a little bit, so she's the guinea pig, but she's used to that, so she won't care. So I'm starting with the butter recipe, the butter golden recipe cake mix. Just a full bag of that. And to that, I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of cake flour. If you watched my white velvet wedding cake recipe, this may look a little familiar to you because I'm using a lot of the same ratios to see if we can create that deep buttery flavor cake that we love so much in the white velvet cake. So next up is 1 cup of sour cream. Okay, 1 cup of milk. Okay, so we're gonna start mixing this and then we're gonna add in the eggs. Okay, it's starting to come together a little bit, so I'm gonna add in 1 egg at a time. Or I'm gonna try to add in 1 egg at a time. Success. Okay, and while that's mixing, I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of vanilla bean paste. I get asked all the time about this. I have it linked in my TikTok showcase. It is so much better than just vanilla extract. But be careful with it. You don't want to add a ton. And then it calls for 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, so I'm just going to put a little bit of salt. If you're using salted butter, you can leave that out. All right, I'm going to let this finish mixing, then I'm going to add in our browned butter. I browned my butter and it's been cooling, so I don't want to add hot browned butter to this and scramble the eggs. And I'm just going to slowly pour this in. That browned butter is going to kind of up the ante on a nutty, buttery flavor. I can't wait to try this. I really hope it comes out as good as it sounds like it's going to. Like in my head, it is going to be perfect. I really hope that it is. Okay, I'm gonna let this mix together, then I'm gonna take it off my mixer and just fold in 1 cup of golden Oreos that I have broken up into pieces. I don't want to tear these up, but I do want to make sure they get distributed all throughout the batter. Now I'm going to be doing 2 9-inch round cakes. You could do this in, oh, I found a spot that was dry mix. You could do this in a sheet pan. You could do it in a bundt pan. You could do 3 layers. We've done that before with the white velvet wedding cake. You can do it however you want to. It will work. You can do it as cupcakes. I get asked that a lot. Any cake batter can be made as cupcakes. So yes, you could do cupcakes with this. Okay, that is all mixed up good. I have parchment paper in the bottom of my 2 cake pans. I'm going to evenly divide the batter between it, and then I'm going to bake it at 325 until it's done. Last time I did the white velvet wedding cake, it took about 35 minutes. But you're gonna have to adjust that depending on how much batter you put in each one, what size pan you use, etc. So start checking it at about 30 minutes because you don't want it to be overdone. Okay, so I'll show you what it looks like before I put it in the oven. Okay, I'm gonna pop them in the oven at 325 degrees, and when I take them out, I'll let you know how long it took them to bake. Okay, the cakes are done and out of the oven. They're gonna cool in the pan for probably about 10 minutes before I move them to a cooling rack. This one took 35 minutes, but clearly I did not have the same amount of batter in each one because this one needed about 3 more minutes to get done. So 35 to 38 minutes got both of mine done. I'm gonna have to make the frosting tomorrow because I realized when I was getting everything ready, not only did I not soften the butter, it was in the freezer. So I'll make the frosting in the morning before we have birthday cake. Okay, so let's make the frosting now that I've actually prepped all of my ingredients. So I started in my bowl with 4 sticks or 2 cups of butter, very soft, so room temperature. And I want to show you, I whipped it for almost 4 minutes. So see how light and fluffy it is, and notice it's kind of pale in color. That's what you're going for. Don't skip on that step. Okay, to that we are going to beat in 2 ounces of cream cheese. Not enough to make it a cream cheese frosting. We're still going for buttercream, but I do want to add that little bit of flavor to it. Now we're going to start adding powdered sugar in 1 cup at a time, and we're probably going to need 6 or 7 cups. Really, that is your preference of how thick you want your icing to be. And turn it on low so you don't make a big mess. Okay, I have all 7 cups of powdered sugar in here, and it's going. I'm going to add about a half teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to be generous with the vanilla. I want it to taste like a vanilla buttercream. So I would say about a tablespoon. I'm using my homemade vanilla bean paste. I have shared a video for how to make that. Now, you know from my white velvet wedding cake that we love an almond flavor, so I'm also going to add just a little bit of almond. I'm not trying to make this an almond buttercream, but I do want a little bit of that flavor in it. So just a little dab of almond extract. I'm going to drizzle in 2 to 4 tablespoons of heavy cream. I don't think I have 4 tablespoons, but I have some, and that'll just help creamy it up. That might have been 2 tablespoons, maybe, but it looks good, so I'm going to let that mix in, then I'll take it off the mixer and put in the crushed Oreos. Oh yeah, that's looking yummy. Okay, we have gotten it frosted. It looks so good, and I will promise you it's going to taste just as good. We are going to put some Oreo cookies on top that I have just cut in half for decoration. And then we're gonna see if the birthday girl wants to come in here and sample some of the pieces of the cake from me leveling it and the icing. I bet you she would be happy to oblige. And there is our finished product. Isn't that beautiful? It's gonna taste just as good. Let's see if she'll come try some. Hey Missy, will you come taste some of your cake? Sure. And a little icing on it. Do you want to know what you're sampling?
I would love to know what I'm sampling.
So I started with a butter golden cake mix, and I've turned it into an Oreo / cookies and cream. It's made up, so I don't really have a title, but it's got golden Oreos inside it and a cookies and cream frosting on the outside. Yeah, do you agree? Yeah. Does that sound yummy?
Sissy's excited, but Sissy's not having any.
No.
You are a baby with only 2 teeth.
So we need to know what you think.
Oh, MG. Thanks for that.
What do you think?
Oh, good. Yum! That is so good.
Yum. Okay. If you didn't make the white velvet, you sure better make this one. Really, you should be making them both. But that is so good. And I can't wait to slice into it at dinner tonight. Have a great day.